Do you know you made it when it's 12 p.m., everyone's in the office, and you're out and about? Those of us who are in the remote industry, it is the best. It is actually so good that once you go remote, you will never go back to the office. You'll do whatever it takes to not go back. But ironically, being in this space, you make more money, often 2 to 3 times than in office.
All right, let's stop that. But only thing I didn't like, he said, those of us who are in the remote industry, it's no remote industry, man. Everybody's always trying to do this thing on social media where they sound smarter than what they are. Like, why you just gonna say those of us who work remote? And I agree with him, but I don't agree. Just because you work remote don't mean you always make more than somebody who doesn't work remote. It depends on the company, and if
Number
they're not
one.
going to try to pace you based on region. Because honestly, that's one of the things too. That's a hot take. I think companies should like forget all the region stuff and just have one range, and if the person's good enough, pay them no matter like where they stay. Because companies are still okay, it's my show. I was talking that remember that time I was telling you I talked to the recruiter for the T-Mobile gig. It's like a senior IR role. They didn't want to I initially applied because I liked the range, but when I found out the range for Frisco, it was lower than the other ones, and I'm like, I'm good. I'm like, unless you're gonna make it be the Seattle range, no. Because why y'all keep on thinking Texas is just cheap, that you can pay it the lowest in all the ranges? Texas isn't cheap anymore. So I've told recruiters that I was like, y'all need to go do some market research. It's not cheap out here anymore. I told them, I said, this probably would have worked back in 2019, 2020. But this price, you know, for the level of talent y'all need, especially how y'all get breached, that's not going to cut it. And
especially how y'all get breached is funny.
I didn't say that to him, but I was thinking it. On top of that particular role, wanted people to be in the office like 4 days a week. So it's like, how are you going to pay not enough money to have somebody come in, 4 days a week?
I want to
talk about the video. That's what serious.
I also agree with you in him saying like everybody who's remote isn't making more money than people who are in office. And two, just because you're remote doesn't mean you have a flexible work schedule. So you could be remote and be glued to the phone, to the chair, to the desk for 4 hours until they tell you to take a break. So just because you're remote doesn't mean your job is flexible. So that's the truth of the matter. You could have a remote job, but you can still feel like you're in office because you're still on a schedule. And most jobs are still on, like, you're expected to work from here to here, take your break here, take your lunch here, typically. So that's the truth of the matter with working remote. Remote comes in different flavors, different sizes.
Yeah, and I could probably show you how to mitigate that about looking busier than what you are. Just sign up for group coaching. But in all seriousness, no, I used to do that like on the VDI stuff. The companies that had the VDI, you could, if it was on your computer, I mean, you definitely could use a mouse jiggler on your own computer and have it like just spinning, like you're doing work. But I know when I was a lead, I didn't have to do a lot of queue work, so it was more so escalation. So I knew my schedule for my meetings and all this other stuff. So I did have a little bit more flexibility, like to go work out, or if I need to go to the doctor, get a haircut, or go get a massage real quick. Like I could do that stuff, but it was in the parameters of my role, and I did really good work. So they were never concerned about what I'm doing because like he's going to pull through every single time. So you can't get to that point. So there are companies to where like, you just got your deliverables and you get them out of there and you're good to go. Like that's perfect for you. But then other companies, like you said, they're trying to see how many tickets you did, where you at, why you didn't respond to this message. Sometimes you're like, I'd just be better off in the office.
or sometimes
I keep on saying call you Kendrick Kenneth.
I don't know.
I think I keep on thinking about like Kung Fu Kenny and like other stuff, and then your name start with a K. And I think because like for all the last couple of months, all this business like Kendrick and Drake, and your name start with a K, so you just happen to be Kendrick today. So, but yeah, it seems like you got a lot on your mind about some of these topics.
Yeah,
it's gonna be PC until he's made his great escape. I know that look.
Yeah, I don't know. It's very normal companies try to do that, right? Because I've gotten to a point I'm very good at my job. I know what I need to do. I know what my teammates need. And I just told them, hey, if you need me at all on any of these calls, just let me know. because I'm not going to hop on the 30 calls they have, right? It doesn't make any sense. I'm there to do my job. But you guys need me for a certain call or a certain time, bro, just let me know and I'll help you out, right? And I get left alone for the most part. I make sure my client's happy, my team's happy, and my team doesn't mind, basically. It's just certain higher ups that don't like it.
Right.